Hi, I am Miranda Martin Kinsman, and I am an AME apprentice. An AME stands for Aircraft Maintenance Engineer, and that is the term that we use in Canada for an aircraft mechanic or an aircraft technician. It's the people who do maintenance on the aircraft, and I am an avionics technician. Before starting this path, I was pretty lost actually. I had gone to university before and I had finished my degree there, and I knew that I didn't want to pursue that as a career, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do instead. So I had taken a year off, I told myself, even though I really didn't have any plans after that. And I was just kind of looking around. I was lost and confused, and I didn't know what I was going to do after that when I decided to come try out aviation. Honestly, I didn't know that I was going to pursue this as a career even when I came into school here. I thought I was going to try it for maybe a couple weeks or a month or so, and then I would just give up if I didn't like it. I think I came into this industry and this career pretty late in my life comparatively to other people that I know. I'm a hands-on type of learner, and after being through university for 4 years and hating that style of learning, I knew that whatever I had chosen after that needed to be something where I felt that I was learning the way that I was meant to be learning. Even just as a person, like I'm very like go, go, go. Like I like to have my tasks and I like to do them, and I don't like to sit down and wait for things.
Would you say there was like a standout moment where you're like, okay, I do enjoy this?
I don't think there was one specific time that really was like a, oh my goodness, this is it, this is the one type of moment. But I knew that I was interested in it, and I spent a lot of my free time studying and looking up other things aside from school. And because I was so interested in it, I was doing really well on all the projects and the tests and actually fixing things, as well as having that interest there. I never really had that feeling about any other career path that I had tried before that. That's what you get when you work in a hangar. I've been talking to my dad because I have always been very close with him, and he knows me very well, more than anyone in the world. And he had seen on TV, on the news, the local news station, that Mohawk College had built a brand new aircraft hangar for their aviation program. And I remember we were sitting outside one night, and we were kind of talking about my options and my career path, because this was a common conversation we had been having. And he brought up what he had seen and that he thought that would be a good fit for me. And at first when he said it to me, I kind of just laughed him off. I was like, I can't fix airplanes. Like, there's no way. What are you talking about? You're silly. But he has been a car mechanic and a small engine mechanic his whole life, and I had always stick close by him as a kid. I remember filling out the application for all three streams of the program because I didn't even know which I was most interested in, and to be honest, I didn't even really know the difference between them at that point in time. I had a really great time at college at Mohawk. The first year is kind of a general year where you do maintenance, mechanical stuff, avionics stuff, and structures stuff. So I really learned there what I was good at and what I was not so good at. Knowing that I was going to be coming into a male-dominated industry was kind of nerve-wracking. I didn't really know what to expect, and I think that was the most nervous part about it. After first year, general year, you go into your specialty. So I chose avionics, and we did avionics pretty much all day, every day, other than our general aviation aircraft maintenance classes. And It was a great time. The classes are small. We had like 20-person lectures and like 10-person labs. And I really felt like I could get the hands-on experience that I was craving and that I needed to learn productively. And I got really close with my peers that way and my teachers. And yeah, compared to university where I was in a lecture hall of hundreds of people, college was the best experience. Got here and I got in way deeper than I ever thought I would, and I decided to start an aviation club at the school. We didn't really have any time to get to know our peers outside of our classes. We started the Mohawk Aviation Club and it took off. I was so happy because I guess other people at the college were also like needing that to fill the void of their college experience. So I think by the end of the year we had like over 120 members, which is most of the aviation campus. We put in a lot of effort and hours and blood, sweat, and tears into every single event in this club, and to get that recognition from not just the people in the club, but the college in general meant so much to me. During my second year and final year of school, I knew that I was doing really well. I was really interested in the subject matter, and I learned about halfway through second semester that I had won the award for academic achievement for the engineering department at the college. I also learned that I had won the President's Award of Excellence for the whole college, and that was a surprise, and no one had told me about that beforehand. So when they called my name and I had to go up on stage, I was scared. The feeling of receiving both of those awards just kind of made everything worth it. This wasn't something that I thought I was ever going to do, and being recognized like that meant more to me than anything. Being good at something isn't intrinsic to you, it's something that you have to work at. And I don't think that I really knew that before university, before even coming to college. But now I know that if I want to feel that feeling of satisfaction, then I need to put effort into it. And that is something that I do every day now because it makes me feel good about myself. School was winding down and I was interviewing for different companies and different positions. I had done probably about 3 interviews before my scheduled interview with Porter had come. And so I was kind of used to the interview process by then. It was pretty easy for an apprentice position. They mostly just ask you personality questions. And then I got on this interview with my manager, Dallas. And this was the hardest interview I have had in my life. And he was asking me technical questions about avionics systems and some testing equipment that I had used a couple times in school, and he was really, really picking my brain in a way that I had not done in any other interview, and I was not expecting it. It turned out great. We had really good rapport with each other, and it felt like more of a conversation than a question and answer session. So even though I was super, super nervous, it all worked out in the end because we hung up the Zoom call, and about 30 seconds later he called my cell phone, and I didn't pick up because it was an unknown number. And then he tried calling me on Zoom again, and I picked up, and he offered me the job immediately, which was awesome and made me so happy. I think if I were to talk to myself from 10 years ago, as much as I want to say I would tell her to go into this career and into this industry, I think the more pertinent advice would be to just trust yourself and go with what you think will make yourself happy. The things you like doing are worth your time and effort. And if it is ultimately something that you want, then why not go for it 100%? I think I would tell other women looking to get into this industry just to go for it and not be afraid. And even if you don't have much mechanical experience or know much about airplanes, we're all here and we're all learning, and you can always learn. And no one expects you to know everything ever. We're all always learning, and there's always something new that's going to come up. No one knows everything and no one is perfect. We all make mistakes and we all are constantly learning from them every single day.